Hello, sir, you are not audible. Hello.
So I am say somebody has muted the speaker. Wait. Sir, you are not audible, sir. No. Somebody has muted your mic.
It's okay now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry. I don't know who muted. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So I was talking that you really want to understand the blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I have to give you a little background. Okay. So let us understand how it works. The concept is imagine there are two brothers. Okay, and the two brothers has when they took birth, they had no money, and at certain point of time their parents gave them their property equally divided among both the brothers. So both the brother got 10 lakh rupees inherited from the parent. What happened after some time, brother give the name and enjoying person, he do not want to work, he want to spend money. So X and Y both has a 10 lakh rupees. Imagine that there is no other person in and around. These two people are living. So Y wanted to spend lavish life, and if he want to purchase anything, he will purchase from X. So what happened? Y started purchasing many lavish things from X, and X started earning more. After some time, what happened? X earning will increase. So both has initially 10 lakh rupees, but now X is earning with Y. So X total worth is increasing day by day, and from 10 lakh it become 15 lakh. And from where the money came, it came from Y. Y was having 10 lakh rupees, but now he has spent the money, so he is having 5 lakh rupees now. So the net worth of X become 15 lakh, and net worth of Y become 5 lakh. If it continues after some time, it will happen that the net worth of X will become 20 lakh and net worth of Y will become zero. Have you ever thought that how your country dollar and rupees evaluation takes place? When the country got independence, the rupees and dollar, what was the value? And what is the current value of rupees and dollar? Today, $1 is equivalent around, I don't know, around 75, 76 rupees. How it has happened? Of this takes place, and your government, your bank is involved to decide all these factors. It is the government who decide how much money to be printed. It's not possible for the government to just start printing money and start distributing, otherwise nobody will be poor in your country. Is it possible? You have a printer, government has a printer, government has enough infrastructure to print currency rupees, then why they cannot print as many as rupees they want and start distributing? There must be some kind of conditions, there must be some kind of calculations that how much can be printed and how much can be circulated into the market, and that is how your economy is dependent, right? Okay, that all we understand how the normal currency works, but how the cryptocurrency works? Who decide that how much money has to come into the market? Who decide that how it should be circulated? How this whole system was established? That is what the cryptocurrency and bitcoins, which is a very complex things. But whatever is there in your normal currency, all such kind of concepts are involved in the cryptocurrencies also, but in slightly different way, where everything is completely dependent on the computation and networks and computers. So here no human is involved, everything is involved with the computation and computers and networks. So let us understand how it works. If I give you a very simple example, uh, uh, suppose So we will first talk about the distributed ledger technology, and then it will come about the Bitcoin blockchain, and then again I'll come back to the Bitcoins. So suppose you have a 100 rupees note and you are purchasing one hand sanitizer. So you have purchased hand sanitizer and you paid 100 rupees. Is it possible for you to keep the color xerox of 100 rupees, make 10 copies of 100 rupees, and make use it of same 100 rupees 10 times? Practically no. Why? Because currency has unit number, and if you make the 10 copy, it will become the duplicate of that, and it can be identified that it is a duplicate of the currency note. So in fiat currency, that means in our normal currency, what happened? When we spend the money physically move from my pocket to someone hand, and I cannot reuse it. But let us understand the other scenario. Suppose you have developed one software, and that software is in a soft copy. For obviously software is in file in form of soft copy format in your computer. You sold that software in 1 lakh rupees to your customer. Is it not possible for you to sell the same software to some other customer also on the same price? Yeah, it is possible. And it is very difficult to find out that which software is genuine and which software is, means which software copy is original, which software copy is fake. What is the problem here? That in soft copy, everything is equal same. There is no way to identify which one is original and which one is second copy. So it is like you have one doc file, you make one copy or 10 copy, all are same. So cryptocurrency exists in the form of soft copy. It is a form of some file. It is stored in your system. So what happened if you spent your cryptocurrency to purchase something, and you have kept the 10 copy of that cryptocurrencies? Practically, it is possible that tomorrow you will purchase another item from the same cryptocurrency. So what will happen now? The problem is that you are able to spend the same money twice or thrice or as many times you want, which you cannot do with the normal currencies. So that's the problem. So if that happens, then cryptocurrency will not exist, will not sustain in the market. It will be a flop. It will be a flop technology. So there must be some kind of way to stop this, and this concept is called as double spending, right? So how will you stop the double spending? To stop the double spending, only the blockchain came into the picture. So I will try you to show first one video, and then we will see what actually is double spending. Then I will continue the another topic. So just hold on. I need to open some video YouTube. Okay, I have the link. I have not used this platform earlier, so I'm a bit not sure. Let me try. I'll just try to use. Okay. Can you see the video now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is the audio is coming with that?
No, sir.
Audio
Sir.
video is not coming.
Video is visible, sir. Audio is not coming.
Is it?
So play the video, sir. Actually, it's not played.
Is the audio coming now?
No, sir.
Audio was coming?
No, sir.
Audio of video was not coming.
So video is there on the screen.
But audio of the video.
No, sir. No, not coming.
Okay, just let me try.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Manish, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, while you sharing the screen, you have to enable the system sound. So you'll get an option. While you sharing the screen,
Yes.
So you'll get an option saying include computer sound.
But it is not coming here. It has only Chrome tab, and when I share, it is not giving me option. It is not giving me option.
Sir, just go to share content option. You just click on the share content option.
Open share tray, right?
No, I mean you have shared the content in Teams, right?
I have the tab here, open share tray.
I mean,
I have I am doing from the browser only. I have not downloaded the app.
oh, then I think it's not enabled in browser. It seems, sir.
Okay, just 1 minute. Mm. It should work. Just hold on. Mhm. Okay, sir, can you play from that side?
So which, yes, sir, wait, we'll go to check once.
If I give you the URL, can you play?
Yes, yes. You send me the URL, sir.
Yeah, see, I will send you the URL. Just play that.
Wait. Okay. You'll mail, sir?
No, chat is there.
Yeah. Yes, chat is there.
Just a minute. Uh, chat. I'm not getting the chat option here.
Okay, so if you are entering through guest, you will not
Yeah,
be
yeah.
getting. So you
Okay.
mail me, sir.
No, because there may be many videos one by one. So if I can you enable the chat option? Is there possibilities?
So wait, sir, I'm checking. Meeting notes, meeting details. No, sir, I'm not
Okay.
getting.
Okay, I have sent you one. Please check that. I've sent you one URL on your email.
Okay, sir, I'm checking.
You got it?
Yes, sir, I am checking.
I have sent to Anand
Yes,
Babu.
yes, sir. Now I am sharing. Wait.
Yeah, please play that video.
Digital
Yep.
file. It's
It is visible,
Make
sir?
it in a full screen. Yeah, make it full screen. Yeah.
some people
Yeah.
can manipulate their way to paying more than once with the same
Start
Bitcoin.
from the beginning now.
This
Okay,
is what
wait.
is known as since
Yeah, play it, no problem.
since Bitcoin is basically a digital file, it's easier to duplicate than actual money. This means some people can manipulate their way to paying more than once with the same Bitcoin. This is what is known as double spending. So how can this be avoided? Let's say I have only one Bitcoin and I decide to send it to you. This transaction, let's call it transaction A, goes into the unconfirmed transactions pool and is waiting to be confirmed. At the same time, I send 1 Bitcoin to Bob. This transaction, let's call it transaction B, also goes into the unconfirmed transactions pool. So I sent out 1 Bitcoin twice, once to you and once to Bob. When the transactions are taken out of the unconfirmed transactions pool and put into the blockchain, they are checked for their validity. So let's say transaction A is pulled out of the pool. It seems to be valid since I have 1 Bitcoin and it is inserted into the blockchain. Now, transaction B is pulled out of the pool. It is invalid since I don't have any more Bitcoins to spend and it does not get confirmed. But what if the validation process of A and B happens simultaneously? Meaning, both transactions will show that I have the money needed. Well, in this case, we will have 2 branches of the blockchain, and a race will begin. The first one, to achieve the next block of confirmations, will win. If they reach the next block simultaneously as well, we will have another race, and so on. This is why it's recommended to wait until 6 confirmations before considering a transaction complete, since it's highly unlikely that this race will happen more than 6 times. So in the end, we will have a clear winner, and only 1 transaction will be confirmed. Until this race is resolved, both transactions are in risk of getting canceled. Now you know what double spending is. For more information, visit
Stop it, sir.
99bitcoins.com, a non-technical blog about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
Stop it now. Yeah, thank you. So I hope some of you got some idea, but not clear idea. I will clarify it more. Okay. So the concept was double spending, and what is double spending? I tried to convey through the video. If you understood, fine. If you didn't understand, listen me carefully. One more story, and then you will understand that how it works. Suppose your neighbor, he wants his house. He has one duplex house, and he sold that house in 1 crore rupees. And he is a very crook fellow. He sold the house in 1 crore rupees to someone, and he said that I am selling to you, but I want to stay in this house for another 2 years on rent. And he very secretly did that dealing. He sold the house, and nobody know that this house is sold because he still stay in that house. Only the owner and the seller know that this transaction has happened. So he took the 1 crore rupees from the buyer, sold the house to the buyer, and he is still staying on that house, but on rental basis. And he said that he will stay in that house for 2-3 years. Fine. After 1 year, what he did, he again found one more customer, and he said that I am still the owner of this house. And again he did one more dealing, and he sold this house with again forged document or something with another 1 crore rupees. So same house is sold twice. And this all practically happens in our real life. There are many such cases. Now why this happens? This happens because when he has sold the house to the first person, nobody know in neighbors or in the localities, nobody know. So the second person who came to buy, even he tried to validate whether this house is owner is this only or not. He for first was a let us change process slightly. When the first time owner has sold the house to buyer, one advertisement or one information is published in Times of India that owner X has sold the house to owner Y. The house address is so and so, and it has been sold to Y on this date at this cost. This information is imagine published in a Times of India newspaper. Now it is in public domain. Everybody know. Suppose tomorrow the same owner want to sell this house by cheating, it is practically very difficult for him, because anyone can verify whether the house is already sold or is he still the owner of this house. This concept is called as uh, distributed ledger. So what actually you are doing? Whatever you are doing the transaction, that information you are storing in one ledger, which is shared among all the people. So what is newspaper? Newspaper has millions of copies. Now it has been distributed to so many. So what happened to call, if there is, call that newspaper and do the modification. The only way is that you again publish the another newspaper and give a error information that so and so information in the yesterday issue was wrong. This is the exact way how your distributed ledger works. So the concept of distributed ledger is all the people, whoever is involved in the transaction, should have the copy with them. So copy with them of what? Copy of all the transactions. So if one transaction has happened between person X to Y, that information is available with all other people also. So tomorrow, if X claim that he is still the owner of that asset, it cannot be, because when the moment he has sold it, that information is now stored and distributed among all the people. So they all can verify that X is lying, and hence his claim on the asset will be denied. And so now, if we come back to the concept of double spending, I hope now you will understand. So in Bitcoin, the problem was, if you Bitcoin is in the form of soft copy. So one soft copy can be spent multiple times. To solve the problem of that, what they did, that they started the concept of distributed ledger. So once the spending is done, the transaction is stored in the distributed ledger, which is again a register form available with all the peer members, and they can always verify that who has spent how much. So if tomorrow they want to claim that amount again and again, it can be verified and can be said that the transaction is false. I will try to show you some online process to understand it more clearly. Okay, just hold on. I have a demo site. Not this. Have you seen this website earlier? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Have you seen this site earlier? I'm sharing the site. Just a minute. Okay. Is the site is visible? Is the site is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So now I will make you to understand everything, that how blocks and how blockchain works and what is distributed ledger and all. So this is how your blocks look like. So block will have a block number, and there's something called nonce, and there is something called data. So every block is having, so how your blockchain actually works. So in a blockchain, If you want to just visualize the blockchain, just try to recall the concept of your data linked list of data structure, where every linked list, every node in the linked list is connected with what? The pointer to the next node. In blockchain, it is just reverse. So every block is connected with the previous block using the hash value. So what is the hash value? I hope all of you might have gone through, or you might some of may be knowing from before only. So hash is a one-way function. So if you give some data, you see you are getting a hash here, right? And this hash is a unique value. So even if you do one small changes, the hash value will change. So this is what the blocks look like. So block has block number, nonce, data, and hash. What is this nonce? Please make a note. I will explain you afterward, not now. So right now you just forget what is nonce. Okay, just see that the block is having block number, nonce, data, and hash. So what is blockchain? It's look like this. And block is having the hash of previous block and the hash of current block. So this hash is the value of this, and this value. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I press one button also, you see that the hash value has changed. So now what happened? This hash value, the hash value of the first block, is there in the second block also, right? So you see that 97CF is there here, right? And again, the second block hash value generated here. This hash value is where? It is here, right? 43C1, 43C1. Now, again, the hash of this is calculated, and this hash is this, and this hash is going to the next block. And the next block again generate the hash value, and then it goes to the fifth block. And then it goes on, right? So, what is important to understand now? That each block contain the data, hash of the previous block, and hash of the current block. Previous block, if it is the first block, obviously the previous block hash will be 0. It is like you have someone mic is disturbing. Kindly mute yourself. So if your block, just imagine your linked list concept in first node. Suppose if it is a circular linked list, suppose it is a normal linked list, doubly linked list. So first node, previous address will be what? Null. It is like that. So first node, previous hash value is what? 0. And from there it start, and each block is holding the hash value of previous node. So if to the block, will say, what? This is my first block. This is my second block. Whatever data I kept here, I generated the hash value, and I have stored here. And then whatever I stored in the next block, there again I kept the data, and there I kept the hash value, and generated the current hash. Now what happened? It goes like this. I hope there is no doubt in this. So first block hash, it goes to the second block hash, goes to the third block. Okay. Now if someone want to modify here, the moment you modify, this hash will change. The moment this hash will change, it has to change here also. The moment this one change, the hash of this complete block will change, and then it has to change here also. So one small changes in this will make you to change in the entire block, and that is not so easy to do. So now I hope you understand that what actually the block contain and how the blocks are connected to each other. So the blocks are connected to each other through the hash value of the previous block. Why we have kept the hash? We have kept the hash value because if you do any single change in the block data, the hash value will change. If the hash value change, the next block who is holding the hash value of previous block also has to be changed. And then it has to be changed in all the blocks. You will say, what is a big deal? We can change it. No, hold on. You cannot change it. In blockchain concept, there is some concept called consensus algorithms, where in blockchain, if four people are the part of business networks or four people are doing the transaction, then to add any information in the blockchain, you need to get the consent with minimum 51% people. So suppose there are four people. If you want to add any new information in the transaction record, you need to get the confirmation from minimum 3 people out of 4 people. So if you want to do any changes here, you actually need to get a consent from 3 people to do the changes. If the size of your network is 4, you need minimum consent from the 3 people. That means you need the confirmation from majority of the people. And since you are trying to do the forgery here, majority of the people may not support you, so your forgery transaction will not be acceptable. And that is how this whole blockchain is a kind of trustworthy and secure system. Now another thing important to understand, in the no way to the data here, the data inconsistent in the entire next block. So there is no practical way to delete the data or modify the data in between. So that is what I was telling. Why blockchain is secure? Because if someone want to do such kind of alteration, it is not possible. So then you will say that how the data can be modified, or how new data, how to, if there is some mistakes happen, how to correct it. So to correct it, the only way is to add another new block. So I gave you the example of newspaper to make you to understand this concept. Suppose you have printed a newspaper and there is some wrong information by mistake. So how will you correct it? Is it possible to call back all the newspaper and do the corrections? No. So how will you correct? You will again publish the next edition of the paper, and there editorial will give a message that the so and so information in the previous edition was wrong. So kindly we apologize, and this is the correct information. That is how you correct. That means you have another edition, but no way of deletion and modification in the previous. So what happens there? If someone want to get the detail that what was the first information and what was the second information, it so it can be traced completely, and there is no way to remove the information in between. So a complete trail of information can be retrieved from the blockchain, and that's what the greatest potential of the blockchain. So few important things which you would have understood by this: that one, you cannot simply add the information in blockchain by yourself, because to add the information in the blockchain you need the consent from majority people. So if there are 5 people or 10 people in the network, if there are the if the network size is 6 people, then you need the consent for minimum 6. Suppose the network size is 10 people, you need the consent minimum from 6 people. You cannot force 6 people, or you cannot hack 6 people to take the decision in your support. So it is very difficult for someone to do that. Second thing, modification, alteration, deletion is not practically possible. I hope you understood the way the blockchain is arranged in such a way that practically not possible to alter in between, and that's how it is started from on. This is how your blockchain look, your actually cryptocurrency blockchains work. You have a peer A, okay? You have a peer B, you have a peer C, okay? You look at this, everybody has the same copy of the ledger. One nonce 111316, C also have the same copy. So all A, B, C has the exact copy of the ledger. So this is the ledger, okay? Now, if you are still confused, I'll give one simple example. Just don't put too much stress in your mind and try to understand a very simple way. Suppose you have a small bank. You have opened your small bank where the 10 customers are only the 10 people are only the customer. Okay. So in bank, 10 customers, just take very simple way. So you have opened the bank and you have a 10 customers. Now all the 10 customers have a passbook, but this passbook is not a normal passbook. Normal passbook, what happened? You will get the transaction record of only yours, right? But this passbook is slightly different. This passbook is actually the transaction of the entire bank. That means all the 10 people transaction details are updated and given to all 10 people. So you know what person 1 has done transaction, and you know what person 2, 3, 4, 5 has done the transaction. So all the 9 people, all the people know about the rest 9 people transaction. So now what happened? What is the benefit of it? The benefit is, tomorrow if person 1 is trying to do some forgery and he say that I had this much amount, the rest of the person can easily verify that this fellow has only this much amount and he has done these many transactions, so his current asset is this much, he is telling lie. So the person 1 cannot do any forgery because everybody. And now the second point is, whatever transaction is done, it has been updated in everybody's copy, and it can be updated only when minimum 6 people verify and say this transaction is correct. So you will say how it works. So I will try to show you some more concept. Wait. Yeah. So this is the way how your actually blockchain concept and Bitcoin works. So you can see here peer A. Peer A has a transaction, suppose $25 from Darcy to Bingley or something like that. So $4.27 Elizabeth to Jane or something like that. So this is the information of peer A in the block A. Okay, peer A block A say that he has spent this much amount to this person, this much amount to this person, this much amount to this person. The copy of the same block, if you see, has with the block peer B also. The same copy is available with the peer C also. Now, in block 2, if you see, some more transaction information is added. So suppose this block is the transaction record of yesterday. This block is the transaction information of yesterday plus today. And so on, the transaction record is keeping and adding. But whatever transaction is happening, the same copy is replicated with everybody else. So tomorrow, just imagine, I will give you a very clear picture. Yeah. So peer A, initially he has a $100. Okay. And this information is available with peer B and peer C. Now what happened? Peer that Anders is having $100. Anders, after some time, has done the transaction, and you see that Anders has sent $10 to Sophia, and has $20 to Lucas. Anders has sent $15 to Madison. So 10, 20, 30, and 30, 30, 60. So Anders initially has $100. Anders has spent $60, and this information is available with peer B and peer C also. Now, suppose after some time, Anders is trying to spend this $100 one more time. Is it possible? It is not possible. Why? Anders has initially $100. He has spent $60. This 60 information is available with peer B and peer C. Next time, if the Anders is trying to spend anything more than $40, it can be easily verified by peer B and peer C. I am repeating. Anybody has doubt, please try to understand. The whole things will be very clear now. Anders has first $100. That information is there with peer B and peer C also. After some time, Anders has spent the money and it become, sorry. After some time, Anders has spent the money and he spent 10, 20, 15, 15. So totally he has spent $60. And this information is available with all the peer members that Anders has done what type of transactions. So right now, Anders has only $40. Suppose Anders is trying to spend anything more than $40, it can be verified by all the members and they can say Anders is telling lie. He don't have more than $40, so this transaction is invalid. And that is how your blockchain technology help you double spending in Bitcoins. So this whole concept is a Bitcoin where beginning only I told you it is in form of soft copy. If same person is having soft copy of 10, if try to spend the same money 10 times, how will you verify? So what is the way to verify that he is lying or he's trying to cheat? So what they did that every transaction information is shared among all the members, and if you want to do next transaction, minimum 51% of the people should verify and say yes, this transaction is valid, there is no forgery in that. So in this case, Anders has $40 right now. If Anders is doing any transaction of $40, B and C can verify yes, Anders has $40, so the transaction is valid. If Anders try to spend anything more than $40, the B and C can easily verify and say he is telling lie, and the transaction can be rejected there itself. So I hope now it's a bit clear for you that why this distributed ledger technology came into picture for cryptocurrency. The whole concept of distributed ledger was to support that. Okay, and that's how your Bitcoin is working. So Bitcoin actually cannot work without distributed ledger and the blockchain technology. Okay, so I will take few questions if you have in between, and then I will continue the some other topic. Feel free to ask any doubts. I'll clarify. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir, you are audible.
Is there any queries from the audience?
No, sir, there is no, until now, we have not received any queries here.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So, so this is how your blockchain works. Now, moving to the next topic, what is nonce here and how it works? So I will explain you. So I'll explain you what is nonce now. Okay. So you need to slightly understand, because I am talking only about the cryptocurrencies. If I talk about the blockchain technology completely, the nonce is not a big thing. Something. So before I continue, I will try to show you what is Bitcoin wallet. Okay, how actually Bitcoin transactions takes place. Anand sir, I have sent you another video link. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, I'm checking here. Wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I have received one.
Yeah.
It is visible, sir?
No, sir.
Wait, sir, wait. Now, sir? Now it is
No,
visible?
no, nothing is coming. Yeah.
Now it is visible?
Yeah, but the video is something different, right?
No, whatever that you sent, what is Bitcoin wallet?
Okay.
The same
Okay,
video
okay,
that
play it, play it. It's not playing.
yes, sir, it is.
Okay, we are not getting. Yeah, I think there is some streaming problem. Okay, anyway, you play it, sir. Bandwidth problem is there. Sir, voice is not coming.
Wait, sir. 1 second, I'll go to check.
You enter the user.
Yeah.
Now, sir?
Yeah.
So a Bitcoin wallet is a piece of software that you use to communicate with the Bitcoin network. And then you can tell the Bitcoin network when you want to send and receive transactions. Now, the best way to understand a Bitcoin wallet is by comparing it to email. Once you've set up an email address, you need some kind of software to allow you to send and receive emails to that new address. Now, this software may be an app on your phone, it may be an app on your laptop, or it could even be an app online that you log into. Now, with email, you enter the username and the password for your email address, and you enter that into the app, and that's how the internet knows that it is really you that wants to send and receive emails to that address. Now, of course, you tell everybody the email address, and you have to do that in order for anyone to be able to send you a message. But just because someone knows your email address, that doesn't allow them to send email from that address, does it? If they could, that would be bad because then they could send emails pretending to be you and cause all kinds of problems. In order to be allowed to send email from a particular email address, you have to know the password. And if someone finds out your email password, then there's nothing stopping them from logging into your email app and then sending messages. And this is very similar to how Bitcoin wallets work. Every Bitcoin account has two elements to it. One of them is called your public address, which is kind of like your email address. And one of them is called your private key, which is like your password. So just like email, you can give anyone your Bitcoin public address, and then anyone, anywhere in the world, can send you some Bitcoin. They don't need to know anything else about you. All they need to know is the public address, and they can send money to you. Now, your Bitcoin private key, on the other hand, is the one thing that you must protect. It's called your private key for a reason, because you should never reveal this to anybody. Now, if someone gets your email password, that's pretty bad because they can start sending emails from your address. But that's not quite as bad as someone getting your Bitcoin private key because they can actually then steal all of your Bitcoins by sending them somewhere else. And just like email, once a Bitcoin transaction has been sent, it's a one-way trip. The only way to get it back would be for that person to send it back to you voluntarily. So Bitcoin literally works like digital cash. Once you've handed it over, the Bitcoin belongs to that other person. And the same goes when you receive Bitcoin. If someone sends it to you, it's no one can take it away from you. The only way they could do that is if they knew your private key, and of course, now you know never to give this or reveal it to anyone.
Thank you, sir. You can stop it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I will be sharing few more videos. Sorry for disturbance,
No issues.
because this side I am not able to manage that. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Uh,
I hope you got little idea, but don't worry if you have not understood. I will try to explain you in more simple way. Okay. So kindly mute yourself. There is some disturbance. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Yeah. So those who did not understood what I was talking about, kindly mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. I'm audible.
yes, you are audible.
Okay. So what I was talking that Bitcoin wallet and all, fine. So what happened when you do the transactions? Just now you saw the video, public key and private key. So don't get confused. I'll make the things very simple now. You have a Paytm app or Google Pay, something like that, right? So if take an example of Paytm app. So your Paytm app is normally connected with your mobile number. So if someone want to send you the money, he should know your mobile number, and if your Paytm is enabled, he can send the money and your mobile will receive it. So to send your money, I need only your mobile number, which is publicly known. So it is a public key. But if the money you have received, you want to access that money and you want to transact further, you need to have a PIN code of your Paytm app. So you can give the password and then access the Paytm app, and then you can use that money. So the PIN code which you use for the app to open it, that become a private key, which only you know. If someone else know, he can open it and access it. So that is how the Bitcoin wallet also works. So concept is very simple, right? So the whole Bitcoin concept, if you try to relate, is just like a Paytm or any other wallet where the amount and transaction is stored in the form of digital form. But the only difference is that here in Paytm and Google Pay, your transaction is somewhere connected to the bank, where you can go and withdraw from bank. You can transfer from money from your Paytm wallet to your SBI account or some other account, or from SBI account to Paytm. All vice versa you can do. But how it happens with the Bitcoins? The question now is, from where Bitcoin comes? Who give the Bitcoins? How the Bitcoin is generated? So many questions will come. Okay. So let me answer you one by one how the Bitcoin comes, what is the way of generating Bitcoins, what is the way of distributing the Bitcoins. And okay, this all is your consensus mechanism. So this I told you, network participant, that those who are the part of the networks, right? So fine, demo I already gave you. This is not required. Okay. Before going to the next topic, I have to first tell you that how Bitcoin is generated, and what is the concept behind controlling of the Bitcoin values, current value of the Bitcoin. If you see, it is I don't know, it may be in some dollars, and very expensive. So who decide that values and all? So that I will explain you. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. So what I was talking about, that how the Bitcoin is generated and it is distributed among the people. Okay, so if I go back to the first topic, block. Okay, and I told you don't discuss about the nonce. Okay, we discuss only about block number, nonce, and data. So if I give some value here, currently the hash value is generated here, and this hash value contain the nonce plus data. What happen if I type something? Hash value is changing. Okay, and the color of this whole block become uh, light red color. That means this hash value is not correct. We have to calculate and match it. So what to do? So hash value is based on the nonce and data. Data you cannot change. You need to find out some nonce for which this hash value will match. So this is what a hash function is. Hash function is a one-way function. Okay, having the hash value, you cannot generate a data back. So how will you satisfy it? So here, if you do the mining, just wait and see, the nonce value will change. Now you see, this is the new nonce value and this is the data. If you put these two together, the hash value is correct. Okay, that means to match the hash value, you have to try all the combination of nonce value for which this hash value will match. And this is a very extensive and not so easy. I will tell you to get the prime factor of some prime number. Okay, suppose 21, and I say get the factor. So you got 7 and 3. So if I tell you to get the prime factor of 21, you got 7 and 3, and that number was small, so it was easy for you to get it. If I give you 100-digit long prime number and say get me the prime factor now, you will take a lot more time. So this is how your Bitcoin works. So in Bitcoins, what they did, this whole algorithm, the whole software is like that. So first time when the Bitcoin software started, what they did, that they generated one mathematical problem and distributed among all the peer members. Who is the peer members there? It is a network of computers. Okay, those who has installed the Bitcoin software on their computers and those who want to earn Bitcoin. So please try to understand, the process is called mining. So you can get the Bitcoin through various ways. So those who are confused, I am going very step by step. How do you get Bitcoin? So first step to get the Bitcoin is that you involve in the Bitcoin mining. How will you do the Bitcoin mining? You install the Bitcoin software in your computer and participate in the mining process. So what is that mining process? The mining process is randomly there is a mathematical problem broadcasted into the Bitcoin networks, and all the participant networks on the computers are free to solve that mathematical problem. Whoever will solve the problem first will be awarded 1 Bitcoins or some Bitcoins. This is how the Bitcoins is generated. Now the question comes here that is that mathematical problem is small? No. When the Bitcoin network started first time, that problem was a small problem. Like I told you, get the prime factor of 21, it was easy. But slowly, that mathematical problem become bigger and more bigger. So initially the Bitcoin was started, the people started Bitcoin mining with just desktop and laptop. But today, if you want to do the mining, you need a very huge computation power, maybe an array of processor to solve the mathematical problem. Fine. So this is one way how the Bitcoin is generated. But hold on, I told you that to generate a Bitcoin, you need to solve the mathematical problem. But You have solved it, but other people has to certify that your solution is correct. So if you see the prime number 21, you got the factor 7 into 3. So you got the solution and you say, I got the factor, it is 7 and 3. Fine. The moment you broadcast 7 and 3, rest of the member can use that 7 and 3 and can say, yes, result is 20, is correct. So the another Bitcoin, everybody trying to solve it. So when the solution is got by somebody, he will broadcast that I got the solution. That solution has to be verified by minimum 51% of the member in the networks. They have to say, yes, the person X who has got the solution is correct. And once the 51% of the members say that the solution found by X is correct, then only that person X will get the reward of certain Bitcoins. So this is the way how Bitcoin is generated in the blockchain network, in the cryptocurrency network. That's fine. But is that everybody can do it? No, everybody cannot do it. So how me and you can get Bitcoin? So if I want a Bitcoin, what I can do that those people who has the Bitcoin, I can say that I want some Bitcoin. So he will say, okay, I will give you Bitcoin. You give me this much dollar. So I will give the dollar and he will give me the Bitcoin. So this is called Bitcoin sell and purchase. Okay. So either you can get the Bitcoin through Bitcoin mining, or you can get the Bitcoin through the such kind of selling. Okay. Fine. So now the concept come that why the value of Bitcoin increase so much. So it is, if I try to explain in a simple way, what is the value of gold today? What is the value of petrol today? So petrol 30 years back was in some 20 rupees per liter. Today you are getting 75 or 70 rupees per liter. How it has increased? Because anything which is in infinite resource will have no value. Air, no value. Water, no value. But petrol, gold, silver, diamond, you know that these are a natural resource of, and these are limited natural resource. So the day by day, since the resources are getting exhausted, so the value is increasing more and more. More gold is designed in such a way that you cannot generate as many as Bitcoin you want. So you need to go into the detail of Satoshi Nakamoto paper. Normally, I take this all workshop for the whole day. So I won't be able to explain you in a short time, but I will just try to give you a clear understanding. So in this Bitcoin algorithms, the process is that it has fixed that total number of Bitcoin in the whole lifetime of the Bitcoin can be generated some 8 million or 10 million, something like that. Right now, you have already reached some limit, and you know that maximum can be this much only, but the demand is more. You cannot generate as many as Bitcoin you want, and whatever you have generated, it is already circulated among the people and they want more and more. So whoever has that Bitcoin, they are able to sell it more at higher price because people are ready to pay and take it. And that is how the value of Bitcoin is increasing more and more. So try to understand the value of Bitcoin is increasing. Why? Because Bitcoin is a limited resource. You cannot generate as many as Bitcoin you want, and since the Bitcoin limit is fixed, but the demand is increasing, and that's why the value of Bitcoin is increasing. I hope you got little understanding about that, how Bitcoin value increase. Okay. The second question is that who control it? So no one control it. Bitcoin is actually a distributed blockchain technology, public blockchain technology, where this whole algorithm is running on peer members computers. So the algorithm is written in such a way that automatically all this process takes place. So now you will say, who decide this mathematical problem? So that is also coded into the algorithm itself. And whenever the next mathematical problem will be given, it will be harder than the previous mathematical problem. So every time it is getting more tough and tough, and that's why you need more time and effort to crack that mathematical problem. And that's how the value of Bitcoin is increasing day by day. So it is like you have a gold coin, you have a gold mine. You have already digged the gold mine. Now gold mine, all the gold got exhausted. Now you want more gold, so you have to search again where it is. The more you search, the more effort you put, obviously you will ask more money for the gold. Same way, you have already exhausted the Bitcoins. The next Bitcoin you want to get, you have to solve the mathematical problem. To solve that mathematical problem, you have to put lot more computation power. And obviously, if it is so tough to crack that problem and get one Bitcoin, so obviously the value of that Bitcoin also will be more. So it is the whole algorithm is designed in such a way that it is completely replacing your normal currencies terms and conditions, and the way how it is managed. The whole things here is coded in form of algorithms, and that's how the Bitcoin generation circulations takes place. So the way you generate, well, Bitcoin, I already explained you, that is through the Bitcoin mining. And the second thing is, how do you actually get Bitcoin? If you don't do mining, then you can purchase, sell and purchase, and the people who sell it, they get benefit, and some people are involved in the validating the transaction. Through that also they get Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does not exist in physical format, it is only in logical soft copy format. If you go in the detail of the Bitcoin, you will come across that uh, there are a huge quantity of Bitcoin which is nowhere in the circulations. Why? Because the people who had the Bitcoins, it was there in their wallet, and they forget the password, they lost the system, and then that Bitcoin is completely lost. You cannot recover it. If I give a very simple example, you had a Paytm app, and you have a mobile phones linked with the Paytm app, and somehow, suppose that person itself died, and nobody know his pin code of the Paytm, and nobody knew that he has a Paytm and some money in that Paytm. So that money is totally gone, that no one can recover it. So it is like that with the Bitcoin also. So there are some huge quantity of Bitcoin which is nowhere in circulation. It is just gone, okay, because either the system is crashed, or they have lost the wallet, or the password is forgotten, or something like that. So that was all about the Bitcoin generation, Bitcoin mining, and Bitcoin circulation, why the value of Bitcoin's ups and downs. And I also gave you the answer that why blockchain came into picture of the Bitcoin, because without blockchain you cannot imagine about the without blockchain you cannot imagine Bitcoin, because for to validate the transaction you need to add the details in the ledger, and that ledger is a distributed ledger, and that every transaction in the ledger can be added only with the consent of peer members, minimum 51% members, that is majority of the networks. And that's how whole system works. Fine. Now someone will say, what is the benefit of Bitcoins, why it is in the why it is so popular? So the point here is, uh, it is still disputed things. Many government do not allow Bitcoins, they don't accept it, but where many places it is allowed. In India, Supreme Court has given order that you can go for the virtual currency, but RBI has to take a call, government has to take a decisions to further process it, but that is a different issue. So what happened with the Bitcoin is, the Bitcoin is enormous, there is no third party involved. So suppose then through details, and that means if me and you want to do transaction, there is no third party know anything about it. So if you do such kind of system in your real life, so you are actually keeping government out of all these transactions. So the problem will come here, that how government will be able to control illegal transactions, how government will talk about the taxes and process and all. So it is not so easy to make such kind of Bitcoin transaction in our real life. You can do it, you have to regularize, but third party has to come into picture. Just keeping him totally out, the system will not work. It will collapse, and there will be a lot more issue about the forgery and illegal transactions and all. And that's why the government is not so willing to adopt it. Okay. uh, if you see in the Bitcoin problem today, most of the illegal transaction, drug trafficking, it all takes place through the Bitcoins only. The reason behind that, there is no third party involved. Government do not know the transactions, and the people who is doing the transactions, they can hide their identities. So nobody know to whom actually the amount is going, because the whole transaction is based on the wallet, not with the person. So it is like, suppose you want to open a Paytm account, you don't need, now it is government has given mandatory that you need to do KYC and all. But think earlier days, 5 year back, anybody can download Paytm app, you can enable it on mobile number, do the transaction, delete the app, and things are over. No KYC, no identification, and there was so many issues going on. When the government understood that it is creating a lot of problem, then they started enforcing that you must do KYC for Ola, even Paytm, Ola, or any other payment wallet, right? But in Bitcoin, that is the problem. I can download Bitcoin wallet, I can start doing the transactions, no government authority, no validations is required. If that happens, people can do a hell lot of illegal things, and that's how the Bitcoin is flourishing, and people is using for most illegal activity than the legal activity of Bitcoins. Okay. So that was all about the Bitcoins, and just hold on, if I have something more to show you, because so I have a video to show the Bitcoin mining. Uh, I hope that will make you to understand more. Sir, Anand sir. Anand sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
just
checking
just
in my
yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, only 5 minutes it is left, sir. So
No problem. No problem.
wait.
Yeah.
Peer-to-peer network.
visible,
This
sir?
means that
Yeah,
everyone
yeah. Make it full screen.
a fraction of the bank.
Start
I'll
from
go to-
beginning. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin operates as peer-to-peer. Where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government. With Bitcoin, miners use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. This provides a smart way to issue the currency and also creates an incentive for more people to mine. And since miners are required to approve Bitcoin transactions, more miners means a more secure network. The Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problems, depending on how fast they're being solved. In the early days, Bitcoin miners solved these math problems with the processors in their computers. Soon, miners discovered that graphics cards used for gaming were much better suited to this kind of math. Graphics cards are faster, but they use more electricity and generate a lot of heat. The first commercial Bitcoin mining products included chips that were reprogrammed for mining Bitcoin.
Video is stuck in.
Still power hungry.
Huh?
Video is stuck in only.
ASIC, or application-specific integrated circuit chips, are designed specifically for Bitcoin mining. ASIC technology has made Bitcoin mining even faster while using less power. As the popularity of Bitcoin increases, more miners join the network, making it more difficult for individuals to solve the math problems. To overcome this, miners have developed a way to work together in pools. Pools of miners find solutions faster than their individual members, and each miner is rewarded proportionate to the amount of work he or she provides. Mining is an important and integral part of Bitcoin that ensures fairness while keeping the Bitcoin network stable, safe, and secure. For more information about Bitcoin mining, visit bitcoinmining.com.
Sir, come finish, sir. Manish, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Can I take
complete.
2-3 minutes?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Just hold on.
Hmm.
So I was just giving an idea that how Bitcoin mining works, and I will try to share all the resources with you. See, these all talks goes very long. It's a very difficult to explain everything in 1.5 hours. Generally, I take these sessions for the whole week or the day. I tried to give you the idea that why blockchain was required in Bitcoin, what actually Bitcoin is, what is the way Bitcoin is generated, how the value of Bitcoin fluctuate, why it fluctuate, how Bitcoin can be, you can get the Bitcoin, what is the way to get Bitcoin, is it possible only through mining? So no. And what is the advantage of blockchain technology in the Bitcoins? Now, what is important to understand that I told you Bitcoin is not blockchain and blockchain is not Bitcoin. So when you study Bitcoins, you will get all these concepts like mining, then proof of work, proof of stake, and these kind of mathematical issues and mathematical problems and so many things. But when you develop a real life application, many of these concepts will not be applicable at all. So when you try to implement the blockchain for your applications, I will suggest that you keep the complexity of Bitcoin side, because Bitcoin is a specific application, Bitcoin is a specific application, has a specific requirement, and many things has been implemented there to solve only those issues, right? But whereas if you go to implement blockchain for your real life application, like you are developing a software to maintain the university marks record, or some kind of what you say land record system, or any kind of payment system. There are many things which where these concepts, many of the Bitcoin concept will not be implementable. Okay, so we I am over with the time. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So currently we are working with the blockchain technology. We have the funded project by DST. So that is a different kind of implementations, and we have used Hyperledger fabrics, and we are developing a real-time applications of blockchain for some other project. I cannot disclose about the project because it's under IPR now. So it's a big consortium of DST and IIT and IIMs and Florida State Universities. So I thought to give you some insight, and feel free to ask. I'll share my contacts. If you have any doubt, you can right now. You can ask if the host can permit you.
So we have already permitted, sir. It's not an issue.
Yeah. So any question, feel free to ask. No problem.
Sir,
hello, sir. Your voice is cracking, sir. Can you just moderate, sir? Sir, any question? Kindly you moderate, sir. I'm not getting the voice. It is cracking. That's it.
So Manjunatha LK. Hello. So Manjunatha LK. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Other participants? Hello? Sir, you can switch on your video, sir. Manish, sir?
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah. Yeah, I'm visible now.
Now you are visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can session.
Means I'm going to conclude the session.
Yeah.
Okay. So on behalf of the Malnad College of Engineering, the Department of ISC, I would like to thank Dr. Manish sir, because of his valuable time. Because if you see any if you see any of the WhatsApp
Just
means
comment ಮಾಡೋ
if you see the WhatsApp means now every now and then I'll be seeing your talks, sir. So you'll be so you'll be busy in the talks in that busy schedule that you have made yourself available for this 1.5 hour.
It's a
Okay.
pleasure.
So it was very informative session. So you have worked on that particular this and you made this a little bit of hands-on also. Okay. So thanks wholeheartedly from our side. Okay, if there are any queries from the participant side, if you have any network issues, surely you can contact him directly, or you can give him a call, or you can give me, because he'll not be using any WhatsApp. Okay, directly you can text him. Correct now, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't use WhatsApp. Feel free to contact me through mail or SMS. No problem.
Okay. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for patience listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.